Hey guys, welcome to DevOpsSchool. In this video tutorial, we are going to teach you about Jenkins, which is a very popular continuous integration tool. After going through this tutorial, I promise you that the concept and understanding of the Jenkins will be absolutely clear to you. But before that, let me ask you a few things. Are you dreaming of a career with higher pay and more responsibilities? Or are you ready to take your skills to the next level this year? Then start investing in DevOpsSchool certification level courses which will help you to emerge skills for a wide range of entry-level roles and as well as higher potential future positions. But with thousands of courses online and in classroom worldwide, finding the right one for your career goals can be difficult. You can consider our courses like Agile Developer, Agile QA, DevOps Certified Professionals, Site Reliability Engineering, DevSecOps, and Masters in DevOps Engineering, where you will have access to well-structured, easy-to-follow course content that has been developed and will be delivered by industry professionals. You can join on our training programs globally through online platforms, and if you are looking for classroom workshops, then we have regular sessions available in Bangalore, Hyderabad, Chennai, Delhi NCR, Mumbai, and in Pune. Simply compare our many courses, find the one that suits your style and schedule best, and start today.
Hello. Hello.
What is your question?
The question is, you're using a AWS instance. What is the difference between SSHing directly into the instance and accessing the instance using Putty? I mean, why don't you directly SSH into the instance?
Okay, it's like this. If you are doing SSH is a protocol, okay? Protocol. Using that, you connect to the Linux machine, okay? Now, RDP is a protocol, okay? Protocol which you can use with the Windows. Now, the problem is Windows is not having SSH protocol, okay? SSH protocol, so you can connect to Windows. You can connect to the Linux. Sorry. From the Windows, you cannot connect to the Linux. Why? Because there is no SSH in Windows. What do you have? Windows IP. So what you have to do, if you want to connect from Windows, then what you have to do, installing the Putty. So Putty, what they do, they get the SSH client. Okay, and now you can connect to the Linux. So as Putty will help you to get this protocol from the Windows, so you can connect to the Linux. So now if I show you here, if you click on the Putty, you see that SSH, this is the protocol which you are using, and then putting the IP address, port number 22, and getting into that. So if you try different protocol which is like root, telnet, rlogin and all, it will not work. You will not be able to connect to it. To that. So is that answer your question?
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. Okay. So now what we have done, I have got this Java downloaded, and this is another way to install with the Jenkins. So now let me tell you Jenkins way to install. So first what I did, I'll tell you. First approach I did, yum install git. This is the system installation. Okay, so this is the system installation. That means you can have maximum one version of the git using this way. So second way what I did, I installed using Jenkins. And what I installed using Jenkins, Maven I installed using Jenkins. So, but here, if you install through the Maven, then you can also have multiple Maven. So let me show you here. Let's say, go to the Manage Jenkins, Global Tool Configuration, and let's name properly because I did not give this. The version which I am installing 3.5.0. So let's give 3.5.0. Okay, and now select Save. Now you want to install one more version, so what you have to do, go and add Maven, and this time you select the version different, 3.3.1. So now you select 3.3.1. So now save it. So you got the two Maven version. So if some developer is asking, no, my programs will run with the Maven 3.5. or some programmers will say no, I'll run with the Maven 3.1. So you can select it. But the moment you install through the system command, then you have only one. That's a drawback. So here you can use it. There's a two ways. So you can install Maven. So what we discussed, one is a system installation. You are installing one using system commands. You are installing one using the Jenkins. And the third way, you can install manually. Okay, manually using Jenkins. And here, automatic using Jenkins. So this time Maven I installed automated way. Okay, go to the Jenkins, manage Jenkins, global tool configuration, and this I tried Maven installing automated way. You see they install automatically, here install automatically, but this time the Java which I'm trying to set it up manually through Jenkins. So whatever I'm going to do, I download this package. I am going to tar ZXVF to untar it. I got this Java. It's a JDK, okay, which I needed. And now this is the location of my Java home. So what is the location? This is the location. So now I am going to set up Java here. Add JDK 1.8, and here again you have install automatically, but I'm not going to try for that because I tried with the Maven already. I showed you. This time set it up manually. Okay, you can set it up as many you want. You want to add more, 1.7, 1.5, 1.4, 1.3, any number of Java you can set it up. Okay, and just set it up and save. And now if you go and build now, again it has some problem. This time Maven, I changed the Maven names, that's the reason it changed the thing. So I have to change the stuff, go to the build, change the name which is 3.5.0 and wait now. And now see that it's unpacking, everything is happening from again and things like that. And now success. So now Java issues also resolved. So now you saw that how can you play with this your source code. You can play with the builder, you can play with the compilers and things like that, and in the Jenkins. Is it understood? Any questions so far? Any questions so far? Okay, so now what I am going to do, I am going to set up one more job, and this time I am going to do the AND, because last time I did the build of the Java with the Maven, this time Java with the AND builder. So let's do that quickly. New item, I'll name it the job name AND Freestyle. Okay, now as per the rule, where is my source code? Is in Git, but where is this in Git? Click on the ScmGalaxy. I have a sample project already created here, and that is called and here this is the project. I just selected URL, there's no credentials required, and go to the build option. Now you in the build section you select what is your builder. So my builder is AND. Now in the AND, what is the target name? So you have a build.xml which is here, and the target name which you want to call clean, create, compile, package. So I want to call the target name compile. Just put it the compile, save it, and build now. So now this time you will not get the Git issues because I already installed it in the last job. So you will not get the Git issues. So you got the checkout, you can see the checkout happened, but this time you got the AND issues. AND is compiled. The moment you run the command AND, it says the AND installation is not there. So what you have to do, you know that very well. Go to the Jenkins, go to the manage Jenkins, global tool configuration where you set it to all the tools, go to and try to find out the AND, click here and name it and which one you want to install, 1.10. So let's put it 1.10 and automatically install, save it, and Jenkins you have to select here configuration and select the which and you want to use it. This is the one, save it, build now. And now your builder is set with a job. Everything, whatever you do manually, you have to set to the Jenkins. Now you got the checkout, your build is happening, build is successful. If you want to verify the build successful or not, click workspace, and now see here, you had a only source code which is like source directory and build.txt and readme.txt. You created the bin, under the bin you have a class file that is your compiled code. So this is the way you automated the AND also. Very simple, right? So now you can understand this rule applies everywhere. Where is your source code? Which is your builder? What is your compiler or interpreter? Whatever it is. And no matter what you are calling, Java, .NET, Ruby, Perl, Python, C, Puppet, Selenium, anything, you follow this rule. Am I clear? Any questions on this? Any questions on this?
Rajesh, one question. Yeah, hello.
Yeah, tell me.
Git you have installed it manually, right? Like system installation, we did it, right? That also we can do it through Jenkins?
Yes, we can do it through Jenkins. Everything can be done through Jenkins. So here you can go to the Jenkins, global tool configuration, and here you see the Git. You can go ahead and install automatically, locate the path, or if you have copied somewhere in the list, just like I did copy under the OPT directory, you can see that of the Git and give the Git like this, Git, and then you can go ahead with it like this. Okay?
Okay, yeah.
So now we just need a Git here. Why? Because I just set it up in the system command, so it's accepting. Make sense?
Correct, yes.
Any other questions? One more thing, important things I want to tell you. All these tools, Git, Gradle, Ant, Maven, Docker. Why? Because you have installed the plugins while configuring it. Okay, so if you are not seeing some of the tools which you might need it, that means those plugins are not installed. Like NSBuild is not there, so you have to install NSBuild. So now, remember, I have compiled and set it up the job for the Maven, I did for the AMP, now we have to do the NSBuild. But the problem here is this server which we have in the Linux. So NSBuild will work in the Windows. So what are you going to do? So the thing is, what you're going to do is you are going to outsource the jobs Windows. Okay, you are going to outsource the job in Windows using the concept called nodes, and in another way we call it slaves. So manage Jenkins, and here there is one option called manage nodes. And here you're going to add the Windows nodes, Linux node, Ubuntu nodes, Mac nodes, whatever the nodes you want to add it, you can do that. And you can outsource the job compilation or whatever it is to the different nodes. How can it be done? I'll show you in some time. But I'm just keeping this question on the hold. So now what I'm going to do, I did the build. Okay, now let me do the quickly UT packaging and all the stuff like that. Okay, so now new item and this automated UT. Okay, and this time I'm not going to create it from the scratch, rather than I'm going to take it from this A build. I'm going to copy from the existing build, which is copy from A build, and click OK. All the configurations I'll get it as it is because you will save some time. The only thing which you have to change is from the build compile goal to the test goal. Save it, build now. And this build is in progress. You can see this console output. Testing is happening, and now it's been done. You can see the log file, it's in progress. So this is the power of the builder. So basically Jenkins is doing nothing but changing the goals. So that everything's been done by the Maven, but you're just playing with the goals. You know, so just you change the goal and then testing has happened. So if you want to check it out, the workspace, here you have a target directory, here you have a serve files. This is the reports and this is the compile code, which is the test code. Right? So now you got this unit testing done, but here is the thing. You want to know the dashboard of the unit test results, which is not there. You cannot see it here, right? You cannot see it. So what are you going to do? So go to the configuration, go to the build post build action, because you want to show the dashboard of the reports also, because you cannot see. You can see these reports by clicking on this one console output and go to the bottom section of the page, and then logs. You can see that, okay, how many tests run, 1, failure 0, error 0, skip 0. But this is not the user friendly. You want all this information, how many tests was passed, somewhere here. So what you're going to do, very simple, configuration, post build action, and there is one plugin for you which got installed along with it, which is called published JUnit test results. Let me tell you, anything which is not there, you can go ahead and find out plugins for that, because I just said thousands of plugins are there. So right now my requirement is very simple. I want to publish the JUnit test results on the dashboard. Okay, just a click on it, and now it's required the test report XML location, and this is the one of the locations. So where is my location? So I will click on the new tab, click on the workspace, target, and this is the location where I have XML file. This is the file I'm talking about. So this is the path, and just copy the path and put it, just remove this black space and all kind of things. Okay, and now you have to put this star.xml, so that way it will take it up and save it. Now build now one more time, and build happen, and now you see that I just refresh the page manually, and then here you have latest test results which you were not earlier. Now click on this, and now you see that this is the dashboard. You got the 0 failures, 1 millisecond. These are the things which you have. So this is a small project. If you have more bigger project, you can see this all stuff. You can see the history of the test results. You can see the test results. Everything is perfectly fine. So you have so many other things. You will get the more richer dashboard. So am I making sense now? Am I making sense now? See that? More you build, more you get this. Okay, so now we did, as per the discussions, what we did the automated build, we did the automated unit test cases. Now we'll have to do the packaging. So I have to do nothing but create a new item, APCK, automated packaging. I'm not going to use a freestyle because I'm going to copy from this, and just I'm going to change OK, build, and just change this from the compile to package, and save it, and build now. And packaging, it's happening. So simple, right? Automating, understanding, using the Jenkins, playing with the goose or target with the ant or anything else. So simple, right? Just you have to have everything ready and just plug in with the Jenkins.
So Rajesh, have you given the goal as package?
Yeah.
I didn't see it. I missed it. Okay.
Yeah, given this goal. You can see this here, build, here is package.
Okay, all right.
So now packaging is done. So now you can see that's a whole lot of automations you are doing. So now what you have to do? You have to deploy to Prepo. So simple. I wanted to build the project, so I got to the source code checkout from the Git, and builder with the help of the Maven we build it. Now we did the JUnit test cases testing, packaging using the jar. Now you want to deploy to the repo. So which repo you want to deploy? So here we are talking about the Nexus. Okay, so now we need to have a Nexus server to be there in order to deploy to the repo. Meanwhile, we have one question, so let me see that. So Jyotsna is asking, can we compile test package etc in one job itself instead of creating different job for the each task? What is the best practice in the real-time scenario? Yes, Jyotsna, you can do that. So if you want to do everything in one job, it can be possible. So what you have to do, you have to go to the IA build configuration and build section, and here you can see you are compiling, right? You are checking the compile. You can directly call the last one, which is install. So everything will be done. But if you want to do one by one, you can also add one more Maven target. Here you say compile test, but I'm not doing it. Why? Because every time you want to do the compilation separately, co-packaging separately, deployment separately. So whenever you need this kind of job to run in an independent manner, so you can run it. But same time, you have to link all these jobs so it can happen at one go also. So there's a way for that. Okay, so you can do that, it's possible, but we are not doing it. Why? Because let's say your compilation required 2 hours, package requiring half an hour, deployment requires 1 hour, testing required 3 hours. So to complete all the jobs, you require say 7 hours in a real-time environment. So you don't want to do everything every time. Let's say you want to just test the source code committed in the source code in the Git. Just want to compile, then you want to get the immediate feedback. So in that case, why you want to spend 6-7 hours unnecessarily? So there's a flexibility. You can do one job or you can do all this job. So it's up to you. Am I making sense to you now? Okay, so now what we did, packaging is also successful. If you click on the workspace here, now you see the target and we got the packages, but these packages has to be deployed to the Nexus. So I don't know whether I did the training for you, the Nexus or not. Let me see that. Nexus training is, which is tomorrow, but no problem. What I'll do, I will set it up quickly and tomorrow I'll do that in the details. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, for the Nexus, because you want to deploy to the Nexus, so first thing what you have to do, you have to set up the Nexus server. Second thing you have to do, pom.xml modification. And third thing which you have to do, setting.xml modification, and then the goal which will deploy is this one. So this is the step. So what I will do, these steps I will skip it. Why? Because there is anyways I'm trying tomorrow. Okay, so I will skip it, this job. Now what is the next thing? So next thing is, as part of our discussion, is deploy to QA. So what can you deploy? So next, remember in the chef class, what I used to do, I used to call a chef client, knife, which is a chef, to deploy the server. So knife command. So now what you want to do, you want to create one job, and I will create a dummy job. Okay, let's say accept and deploy. Let's create one dummy job to the repo. Freestyle, okay. And in this command, here you are going to pass this. Let's say dummy script, I'm just putting it here, this time Linux, deploy to repo.sh, okay, and then done. This is a dummy job, I just created it and it should be a success. And now I'm going to create one more dummy job, deploy to QA server, and this time, okay, and in the build section I'm going to call shell scripting knife command. I'm just commenting, okay, knife command, and you know that what is a knife command. Okay, so knife command you want to call, so automatically deploy will happen. And finally you're going to create one more job, acceptance testing, and this time you are going to call the job which is comment I'm putting, so it will not fail, and test.sh, or which might call Selenium, which might call this, which might call QTP or anything. So now you got so many jobs. Let me trigger it because I just commented it will not fail that. So just for the demo purpose. Now you saw that you got this all these things done. So you got this build, UT, packaging, deploy to repo, deploy to QA, accept testings, everything is done. Now what you have to do? You have to link together. All these jobs has to be linked together. So for what are you going to do? So what you know that after the A build, you should call the unit UT, which is here. So I'll go to the A build, configuration, post build action, and here I have to do the post build action. So here I go to this build other project and I will call AUT, save it, refresh it. That means after the A build is getting successfully completed, it should automatically call UT. Okay, it should automatically call. So now let me verify. A build is most recent build is 7. AUT's most recent build is 3. So let me trigger it and verify. I got 8 and now it's pending 4 and you see it's pending. It will be done in a few seconds. It's got progress and now it's finished. So that means it's working. So now that means the moment I trigger A build will complete and then it will call the UT. So as per the logic, what it should be done, as per the logic, after the UT should call packaging. So let's do that. After the UT, downstream project will be packaging. So configure, post build action, build other project, and what is this job? A pack. Save it, refresh it. Downstream project got updated with APAC. After the APAC, it should call to deploy to repo. So just click on the APAC, configure it, post build action, build other project, A deploy to repo, save it, refresh it. After the deploy to repo, it should call to deploy to QA. So click on it, configuration, post build action, deploy, build other projects, deploy to QA, which is here. Okay, now save it, refresh it. After the deploy to QA, you should call the acceptance testings. So configuration, post build action, build other project, and acceptance testing, which is here. And now save it. And now the moment you see all these things are dependent, that means the moment I call A build, it will automatically finish and we will call AT. After UT it will call packaging. After the packaging it will call to deploy to repo. After deploy to repo, deploy to QA. After deploy to QA to AT, and like that. So all these things. So if I trigger one, okay, if I trigger build job, automatically it will keep on triggering the remaining dependent job. You can see this build executor status here, and now I'll refresh it, enable the auto refresh, so that may automatically, you see this UT is in progress under the build executor status. Now packaging is in progress. Now QA is in queue, automatically it will be taken in the executor in few seconds in the next refresh, because I just enabled the auto refresh, automatically it's done, it is in progress. Now you see that, so everything is dependent. Okay, now the visualization is not there, so you want to have a nice dashboard for that, nice dashboard. So now this is called the whole CI process. That means if you call one, automatically it will be taken all this thing. So now this process we call it DevOps or CI pipeline, continuous integration pipeline.
Please enroll for our channel membership $399 plan to get access of all the parts.
Continuous integration pipeline. So now you want that visualization because feedback has to be there. You want to see that status and all, and this is not user friendly. So what you're going to do, you're going to create a pipeline using the plugin name, which is called build pipeline. So this is one of my favorite plugin to create a dashboard for the pipeline. But you have so many plugins you can install, try it out, and different sort of plugins as well. But one of this my favorite plugin is build pipeline. So click on the manage plugins. So if you want to install, uninstall, upgrade any plugins, you have to come to the manage Jenkins, and there's one option which is called manage plugin. Right, so here you can see this add, remove, disable, enable plugins that you can use it. So remember, the plugins is everything in the Jenkins. Just click on the manage Jenkins, and here you have a 4 tab updates. That means, do you have any updates available? As of now, none. Available tabs, which says like this many plugins you have available for the installation. Install tab, which will talk about the number of installed plugins which you have it. And advanced tab, that means if you have a proxy configuration or you want to install the plugins manually, then you can do that. So I go to the available tab and look for the filter and then search for the build pipeline, which is my favorite plugins. This will create a visualization. So this plugins I'm going to install it. And now it says this plugin, build pipeline plugin, which you can see that is dependent on these many plugins actually. So dependent plugins are also being installed. Okay, one by one. Now build pipeline plugin installed. Now I go to click on the Jenkins, and now where do you find it? So basically this one plus button. Can you see that here? My cursor plus button. Just click on the plus button after the all, okay, and click on here, and now you see this build pipeline view. So now I am going to create continuous integration pipeline. Just a second. Yeah, so I'm just going to create a pipeline which is called continuous integration pipeline, and now click on the OK. And now here you have to select what is the description. So let's give some description. What is the title? So let's give the same title. What is the initial job which you want to display? So the which you want to call? Of course, my initial job is a build. Okay, and after that you have to go with the default option. How many number of display job you wanted? Let's make it 5. Remaining things let it be default and click OK. And now you see that this is your dashboard. That means what exactly is happening, where is failing, where is passing, which is in progress, which is completed, everything you can see on this dashboard. And this URL you can present somewhere in your workspace over the some big monitor, and everyone will know whether it's a build, is in progress, UT, packaging, deploy to report, deploy to QA, acceptance testing, any other things. You just run only once and it will be taken as it is. So this is the way you set up the jobs, and this is the way you set up the all this stuff and create a relationship. Any questions so far on the pipeline front and creating the dependent jobs and things like that?
Yeah, Rajesh, I have a question. How can we install the plugins manually in Jenkins?
How can you install the plugin?
Plugin.
Yeah, so first thing, you get a plugins which you want to install manually. So you get a package, okay, and the package name which will be starting. So you have to go to the Jenkins, manage Jenkins, manage plugins, advanced tab, and then here you see this upload plugins. Here you can see this. You have to find out this file, okay, HPI. So you have a HPI file which is nothing but your plugins. So just locate the file and it will get installed. Simple. So the important thing is you have to find your plugins HPI file. Make sense?
Okay, it's a Hudson file.
Yeah, it's a
okay. Okay, all right, thanks.
Any other questions? Okay, So now I have shown you how can you play with this, jobs, create a number of jobs, create dependency, create a dashboards and things like that. Now I am going to show you some of the things like how can you integrate with Sonarqube. Sonarqube is a static code analysis tool, right? Which I think I did the training already last week, Sonarqube. So how can you integrate with it? So simple, how can you integrate with Sonarqube and Jenkins? That's the first question. Now I'm talking about the integration, okay? So till now, Jenkins got integrated with Git very efficiently, Git with Maven very efficiently, with the Ant very efficiently. Now let's integrate Jenkins with the Sonarqube. Let's integrate Jenkins with Jacoco. Let's integrate Jenkins with Jira, okay? Jira and all of the stuff, right? So how can you do that? So let me put it like this. Sonarqube integration, you need a Sonarqube server. So I am going to install the Sonarqube server. Very simple. Go to Sonarqube download. Java is already installed, so I don't have to install. And this is the most latest one, 6.4. I don't want to install it. I download it here in Windows. So I'll just copy the URL, and as you know that everything I'm doing in the OPT directory. Get it here, wget, I'll download this one. It will take few seconds. Here it is, Sonarqube unzip. Unzip is not there, no problem, I'll install it. Unzip. Yes. Now clear the screen. Unzipping that Sonarqube, I got it. Here it is, the Sonarqube folder, and I am going to bin directory, and I am going to start it. Switch on operating system. This is my operating system, and sonar.sh start. Sonarqube started. Now it's running on 9000 port if I'm not wrong. So I'll go to this place and 9000 here. So this is your Sonarqube, which you have it. So now this Sonarqube server, you got it, okay? Let it get started. But how can you integrate with the Jenkins? So for the integration, as you know that you have to install the plugins. So these plugins by default you could not get it. So you have to go to Manage Jenkins. Okay, Manage Plugins, Available tab where you have all the available plugins. Set the Sonarqube, and here is the plugins which you needed. Sonarqube Scanner for Jenkins. Click on it, and it's getting installed. And the moment it got installed, remember there is a concept, I don't know whether you remember or not. For the integration of the Jenkins with the Sonarqube, you need few things. Sonarqube server, that's important. Sonarqube scanner, okay, and then source code, okay. Those who want to remind the Sonarqube stuff, please go with the recordings, okay. So this is the information. So Sonarqube server, I got it, okay. Scanner, so scanner I have to install it. So I've just installed the plugins automatically, I got it. So scanner I got it, but I need to configure it. So let's do that. So Sonarqube server, I got it, scanner plugins I installed it, and source code I will get it through Jenkins, Git, okay, no problem. So first thing, Sonarqube server I got it, but configuration I have to do with the Jenkins. So where can I do that? Jenkins, Manage Jenkins, and this is the configuration settings. We have to do the add that which is your Sonarqube server. So click on the configuration system. Look for the Sonarqube server. So here you have it, Sonarqube server. The moment you install the plugins, you got this one. Otherwise, you won't get it. So you have to install the plugins. So add Sonarqube server. You can add as many Sonarqube servers. So Sonarqube 1. Okay. What is the URL? So this is the URL, right? This is the URL. Now you need to find out authentication token. So where you can get it? So log in to the Sonarqube server, admin, and click on the account which is here, my account, security, and create a token for Jenkins. Create a token and just put this token here and then save it. So your Sonarqube plugin is installed, configuration done with this. Now you have to configure the scanner. You need to tell the Jenkins where is your scanner. So for this, again manage Jenkins and manage tool configuration. So scanner is a tool, okay? And then locate the scanner which is here, Sonarqube scanner. Add the scanner, name that scanner anything, let it get it automatically installed. It will take it from the Sonarqube server website and automatically Jenkins will install it. Done. So you got this Sonarqube setup done with the Jenkins scanner. Then now you need a source code. So now let me grab the source code from Git, because all of your source code you keep it in the Git, right? So now I'm going to repository and I'm looking for the Sonarqube server. Here it is. Remember, this is the property file which you needed. Again, you might want to remind yourself about the Sonarqube training. And now going to Jenkins, new item, and this is the Sonarqube Freestyle. Okay, where is the source code? Is in Git. Put the URL, go to the build section, and then add the Sonarqube. So here you should be having Sonarqube. Here is execute Sonarqube. Remember earlier this option was not there. The moment you install the plugin, you got this option. Now execute that. If you have some customization, you can fill this form, but as of now it's not needed. Save it. Now this link is not active. Let's build once. It's a small project. It will be done in a few seconds. Done. And now this link got become active. Now you can see the source code integrations on all this. 0 bugs, 0 vulnerability, but 1 hour of the work date, 4 code smell, 48% duplicate code, and all this stuff. So this is the way you can integrate Sonarqube with Jenkins. Any questions so far?
Yeah, Rajesh, I've seen that in the source code you have mentioned some Sonar properties, right, in the GitHub. Can you go to the GitHub once? Yeah. Can you? Okay. What is the project name? Okay. How come the Sonarqube take all these properties from here?
Okay. How come Sonarqube takes? So let me tell you, Sonarqube is not taking this property. Your scanner is taking this property. Okay. If you remember from my discussion, because I remember I did a session for you. So just remember how it is happening. This is a Sonarqube server. It has nothing to do about it. It is a dump actually. It is like a kind of place where you keep all the analytics. Okay. So basically this is a source code. So who's reading? Scanner. Okay. Scanner is reading the source code and reading the property file, get the rules from the server and apply that rules on the source code, generate the reports, put it back to the server, and that is what is getting displayed. Remember?
So in that case, we can give this analysis properties, these Sonar properties in Jenkins configuration, right? In the analysis properties, instead of giving here, we can give these properties in the Jenkins configuration itself, right?
Yes.
In the analysis section. Yeah. All right.
You see that Sonarqube server configuration, and this property I have added right here. The moment I add the execute Sonarqube scanner, automatically it reads the properties file. Okay. Automatically it reads the default properties file.
Yeah. So, yeah, but I was asking that can we put these properties here in analysis properties, because
yes, you can give it the name here. You can put this file name here also. See, path to project properties. If you have some different
Jenkins, right?
a different path, then you can put it, but not put it. Why? Because everything I put it here was a default. So that means by default, scanner will look for that. It's like this. Maven will look for the default pom.xml, and will look for the build.xml, MS build will look for the default MS build.xml. So similarly, Sonar scanner is looking for this file. This file. But if it is a different file name, you have to specify here. Makes sense? Am I making sense? Hello?
Okay. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Other questions?
Yeah, Rajesh, one question.
Yeah.
So we need to create a separate job for this static code analysis, right?
Yes, you have to have one job separately created for a static code analysis.
And we need to chain this job as well, right, with the other jobs.
Yeah, so now you have to do like Sonarqube I created. I'll go to the configuration, and after the Sonarqube, remember as per the discussion, Sonarqube was the first, static code analysis is first. So what I will do, I'll go to post build action, and here I will call the build other projects. And now, as part of the build other project, automated build, here, save it, done. So now refresh it. So now, as part of the dashboard, as of now it's calling build, I will configure it, and I will call the initial job Sonarqube. So now this will be much more cleaner.
Okay. So I got to know that there is a plugin for GitHub as well, GitHub with the Sonarqube, right? So how does that work? Like we need to integrate Sonarqube with the GitHub?
Yes, GitHub, okay, that's a different thing. So either you are using GitHub or Enterprise or GitLab Enterprise or Bitbucket or Gerrit. So all this has an inbuilt plugin. So the moment you commit the source code, automatically analysis will be done and it will be published on the Sonarqube dashboard, which is here. So that's a different thing. But today we are learning Sonar. Today we are learning Jenkins, not GitHub.
Correct, but either way we can do it, right? The code coverage can be done either through GitHub plugin over there or by triggering a new job in the Jenkins, right? Either way we can do it, no?
Yes. It's not a code coverage. Again, I'm repeating. It's a static code analysis. Code coverage and static code analysis.
That's what. Yeah, that's what. The static code analysis can be done either through GitHub or through Jenkins. Anything we can do it, right? Or which one is the most preferable one in this case?
Up to you. Either you want to do static code analysis through Eclipse editor only, Eclipse JetBrains or .NET like Visual Studio, or you want to do that on the source code management tool like SCM system like GitHub, GitLab, Bitbucket and all, or either you can do through Jenkins integration, stuff like that. It's up to you. Which way you want.
Okay, yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, got it.
Okay, so now what we did, okay, we are going to, we did static code analysis, we did the build, UT, packaging, this thing. So now I was talking about next thing is a JACOCO, code coverage. Okay, that means the percentage of the testing has been completed on that particular job. So I want to integrate Jenkins with one of the code coverage tool that is called popular JACOCO. So JACOCO will be called only after the testing. Remember, only after the acceptance testing. So what I have done, I have created one sample project which is here. JACOCO. Here, this is a sample project which I created. Pom.xml, if you put it here, you see that all these plugins I have installed in this here itself, pom.xml. So everything will be done by the man, you don't have to do anything. So now what I have to do, in order to integrate Jenkins with JACOCO, first thing you have to do, install the plugins. So manage plugins, available tab, JACOCO, here it is. Install the plugins. Now the rules will apply and the rules are the same. Remember, where is your source code, where is your builder, where is your interpreter or compiler. So this rules like, I'll go to this one and I'll name it this one CC, code coverage, and freestyle, okay, And where is the source code? So it's there in this location. Okay, so I got this. Now, what is your builder? So builder is Jacoco. So where is which one you should call? So you should call the test. First, before the code coverage, you have to do the testing. So I'll do this testing using this Maven, and after that, you are going to call the code coverage. So I can see that here you don't have that option, right? So no problem, you can find this option after the testing in the post build action. Okay, so now here post build action. Now you see that published records Jacoco. Yeah, here it is. You can see that. So basically code coverage will be done only after the test cases is been created, test results has been created. So record code coverage, and this is a location I don't have to update it. Why? Because I created this project based on the default location. Okay, that means it will be taking care of it. Okay, these are the things you have to set it up. Save, build now. It's in progress. It's taking time, it's downloading. Okay, so now it's almost done. Yeah, see the code coverage has come here. See, so now you can integrate Jenkins with the Jacoco. So you should call the CC after which job? After the acceptance testing. So let's call it configuration, post build action, and build other project, and CC. Call it and save. So now see this and build. So now see that one more time we do that. So this is the way you can continue and start doing lots of things. Okay, so now what we did, we are doing the build, static code analysis, unit test, packaging, deploy to repo, deploy to QA, acceptance testing, code coverage, and all these things. So this is called CI. And that's the reason we are using Jenkins. So now I am going to cover quickly some of the other functionality which might help you. So now you want to integrate with the Jira. That means it's like this. The moment it builds get failed, I'm just creating one scenario. The moment builds get failed, automatically it should create a ticket and assign to DevOps team or build and release team or something like that. So what you have to do? Manage Jenkins, manage plugins, available, install the Jira plugins. Here it is, and there's so many plugins. You can see that Jira trigger plugin, issue from data, Jira plugin. You have to read that which are the plugins you need. I need this plugin, Jira plugins. Install without restart, and the moment you just set up the Jira plugins, let it get installed. Okay. And Jira plugin installation required the restart. In fact, I did click on this. Oh shit. Okay, no problem. It will be not taking more than 3 seconds.
Thanks for watching. If you liked the Jenkins session so far, please enroll for our channel membership $3.99 plan to get access of all the parts.
Along with that, you can access our other tutorials such as Docker, Ansible, Jenkins, Terraform, Splunk, AWS, Azure, and various other DevOps related premium tutorials with our channel membership. If you would have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopsschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video. To get our channel membership, click onto the join button, select the $3.99 plan and grow your skills immensely.
Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest.
Thanks for watching.